Hello boys, girls, and others, my name is Master Jigglypuff, and today we're going to be doing another deck profile of a deck that we played with on Battle Frenzy Friday. This deck is what is called Yveltal Garb. It's been doing very well this season at all the regionals and stuff, and on Battle Frenzy Friday, it had a pretty tough matchup against a deck with Raikou, well, Electrode Raikou, Jolteon thing. Anyway, it was a pretty tough matchup because Yveltal is, of course, weak to lightning. If you missed that Battle Frenzy Friday, make sure you go check that out in the iCard. It's a very fun battle. Kind of close, actually. It was kind of a nail-biter. It ended up resorting to stalling, sort of. I don't know. I guess you can call it that. I don't know. But anyway, let's get right into it. And if you do enjoy these deck profiles and want more, make sure you go down and hit the like button. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, of course, our half of our main dudes is Yveltal from Breakthrough, also by Tokia, my favorite illustrator. It has the ability Fright Night. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each tool card in play has no effect. Pitch Black Spear does 60 damage. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, or benched EX Pokemon, I should say. So that is very powerful in a format where EXs are so prevalent. It's very good. And also, with so many Megas being so prevalent, that takes away the ability of, but the effect of Spirit Links. So if your opponent tries to Mega Evolve with a Spirit Link while that Yveltal is active, their turn will end. And if they don't realize that, then, well, their turn just ended, and might be able to catch them off guard? I don't know. So, and then we run two Yveltal EX. Of course, one of my favorite artwork ever of any card. 170 HP. With the attack Evil Ball, 20 plus, this attack does 20 more damage, times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon. Very strong, very amazing. With an item card you'll see later on, actually a few item cards. And then Y-Cyclone, 90 damage, move an energy card from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. So very powerful card. Yveltal EX has been a very strong card and deck for a very long time. And paired up with this guy, he's pretty amazing. So we've got two Trubbish here from Break Poop, and then two Garbodor, which is a name that not too many like that much. It has an ability called Garbotoxin. If this Pokemon has a tool card attached to it, each Pokemon in play, in each player's hand, and each player's discard pile has no abilities except for Garbotoxin. Yeah, so if you're not too familiar with the TCG, you might be asking, well, Fright Night gets rid of the effects of tool cards, but, and it's a huge but, like a very large but, it does not get rid of the condition that a tool card is on a Pokemon. So you'll see later on, we have a card called Floatstone that you always want to have on Garbodor. That gets rid of the effect of Floatstone. It doesn't get rid of the effect that there is a tool card attached to Garbodor. So, yeah, your opponent still can't have abilities, or nobody can still have abilities. Well, wait, what am I talking about? Even then, Fright Night wouldn't work because no one has abilities. Anyway, this deck can kind of get confusing playing against it, so let's just move on. We've got Shaman EX. You want to get these out early before your Garbodor. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Very snazzy. Play 2 of those, and again, you want to get those out when Garbotoxin is not in effect. So, let's move on to our staples. We have, of course, 4 VS Seeker, 4 Trainer's Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Max Elixir. Now, you might not see this in too many decks. Well, it's in a lot of decks, but you won't see it that commonly on our channel. We don't have that many decks that use it, but maybe in the future we'll use more of it. So, that came out really weird. But anyway, look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a basic energy card you find there to a basic Pokemon on your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So, very strong card. The reverse Max Elixir is going for about $11 right now, which is about what VS Seekers were going for the non-holo version a few months ago before the Keldeo versus Rayquaza decks came out. And then me being a fan of 3 Sycamore. And again, if you want more consistent Sycamores, then by all means, go ahead and run 4. So, staples out of the way. If you have any questions on what any of those cards do, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I'll be happy to let you know if you don't know. So, that was a lot of no's. Anyway, the rest of our supporter lineup is 3 copies of N. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck and draws cards equal to their number of prize cards. So if you have 4, you draw 4. If you have 5, you draw 5. If you have 1, then you're kind of screwed. Anyway, we have 2 copies of Lysander. Easy enough. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with one of his or her active Pokemon. Can be very clutch. And then we have, oops, sorry about that. We have Delinquent. Discard any stadium card in play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from their hand. So, if they only have 3 cards in their hand, they have no hand after you use that, and they have to rely on what they top deck. Hopefully it's not a Sycamore. Then we have 1 Olympia. So, especially in this deck, with Fright Knight in it and Float Stones not working, sometimes something will get stuck in your active, or you'll have a different tool attached and you can't get out of the active easily. You can use Olympia. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage from the Pokemon you move to your bench. So, pretty snazzy. And the last supporter is Ninja Boy. Choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and switch it with that Pokemon. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. Shuffle the first Pokemon into your deck. Man, that's the clearest I've ever read it. And the fastest, I guess. Very awesome card, very cool card in this deck, actually. So, let's say you start Shaman, you could just Ninja Boy into Yveltal. If you have a useless Yveltal on your bench, and you have a Garbodor in your hand, you can Ninja Boy the Yveltal into your deck for a Trubbish, and because it was on your turn, it was on your field the last turn, you can just go ahead and evolve into Garbodor. So, Ninja Boy is really gimmicky, but I really enjoy him as a card. So, and then I believe these are the tools. Oh, tools and items, I guess. We run 2 Float Stones. The Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. Run 2 of those. Then we have 2 Fighting Fury Belts. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets 40 more HP, and its attacks do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, if Garb is in effect, that Yveltal has 170 HP, and Yveltal EX has 210, and Shaman has 140, or 150. If you choose to do that. And then Super Odd to get back those energies for your max elixirs and stuff in case you need it. And then 1 copy of Switch. So, cool combination of this. If you have Yveltal up in your active, you can go ahead and switch with Garbodor as your active with a Float Stone. Max elixir as many times as you need to, and because you switched and not retreat, because you can only retreat once per turn, you can retreat with Garbodor for free with Float Stone. So, very, very snazzy, very awesome one in the deck. And then our stadium that we play are 3 copies of Parallel City. So, choose which way this card faces before you play it. And play it! Any damage done by attacks to this player's Pokemon? By the attacks from this player's Grass, Fire, or Water Pokemon is reduced by 20 before applying weakness and resistance. And then this side, pretty much whichever player that side is facing can only have 3 bench Pokemon. So, yeah, 3 of these. Pretty cool, I guess. I am a fan of that stadium. And then, finally, our energies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 darkness energies. And then 3 double colorless energies. So, if you have 1 darkness and 1 double colorless on your Yveltal EX, you're hitting for 80 damage with Evil Ball, not even counting what's on your opponent's active. It helps set that up super fast, do more damage, helps set up that. It's just, and Sky Return, I guess, if you really wanted to. Well, if you guys enjoyed today's deck profile, why not leave a like and comment down below your thoughts on Yveltal Garb. And again, make sure you go check out our Battle Frenzy Friday series in the iCard. And subscribe for daily Pokemon videos such as vlogs, live streams, pack battles. Why do I keep saying pack battles? Pack openings, and deck profiles. And we'll see you guys next time.